welcome back to Irons United's YouTube channel, joined by Liam Sess. Liam's just back from the game, watched
Yeah.
it live on the TV. I am drowning my sorrows with this crazy decisions that the referee's been doing by drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, what can we say? Sess, go for it. Tell me, fill me in.
Um, to be honest, the point. Let's before we get to all these controversial decisions, I thought that a point was a fair result. That we were riding our luck, especially in the second half. The second half, I thought Bournemouth battered us. So I think if it wasn't for Adrian and a few decent saves that he's made, I thought it could have been way worse than in terms of when they were 2-1 up. It could have been easier being 3 or 4. I thought we were just defensively were all over the place. I thought Collins had a great game, to be honest. Other than that, I thought Zabaleta, I felt bad for him because he just got his arsehole torn completely. I think it was Fraser. I don't know. Yeah, Fraser. I think it was. Yeah, it was just literally
Well,
was having his way with him,
I tell you what,
having his way with him.
I tell you what, Sess, well, for any of you guys don't know, but you will know, we drew three each at the Fatality Stadium against Bournemouth, and some crazy decisions were given today. It was for a neutral fan. It was a great game to potentially watch. But yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy things. But let's just quickly come back to the start and talk about team selection, Sess, because that's the one thing I was disappointed with straight away was team selection. What were your thoughts?
I looked at the team lineup. I was thinking, why isn't the Hernandez starting?
Hmm.
That was the first thing I said. Literally, when I looked at
Yeah,
my phone, I went,
absolutely.
"Why the fuck is not Hernandez starting? Like, why is he not starting?"
Yeah, you you weren't the only one. You weren't the only one. But I tell you what, just on top of him as well. For me personally, I know some people may disagree, and we'll come back to Chicharito. But for me personally, our most consistent defender that has been for the past 3 or 4 years has either been rested or dropped today. And I just don't get it, Winston Reid. I just don't get it. So on top of that, you've got Winston Reid being dropped. You've got Collins coming in, which, as you said, Cess, he had a great game.
Yeah,
But he's not going to be able to perform like that every single week.
no, I know,
Um,
I know.
and Kouati kept his position, and then no Chicharito up front, no recognised striker. Boxing Day, playing with momentum, well, some momentum through some of the
Well,
games, but
well,
no momentum, and we don't play with a recognised striker. We don't play with a recognised
our
striker.
momentum got killed in the Arsenal game in the cup.
Yeah,
It got derailed.
yeah, absolutely. So we've gone into the game, and yeah, describe it. Describe the first kind of, well, James, big Ginge, up he goes, great header,
It
great
was a
start
great
to the
idea.
game. Yeah,
Great start to the game. For everything was all good. For everything, it was all plain sailing. Then we gave away, I think, a needless free kick. Then I think literally, I was sitting with like a few of like my teammates. We just looked. I was like, one of them said, "I think something tells me we're not going to deal with this free kick." Then what happens? All of a sudden, within like 30 seconds later, the ball just we didn't deal with it. The ball just comes straight to I don't even know who it was. He just
yeah.
literally just
Mm.
smashed it in. I was like, oh god. I don't know if it was Cook or not. I have no idea.
Yeah, to be honest,
I was just too busy. I was just too busy, just
I think we
literally raging myself for that.
was it Gosling. We've got Gosling.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
Someone, yeah,
yeah,
someone,
someone. Yeah,
some Bournemouth defender or whatever it is.
I just think you've hit the nail on the head. For me personally, the turning point from the good games has been the Arsenal League Cup game, 100%. In my
Yeah,
opinion,
it's been derailed. Yeah,
yeah, it's been
completely.
derailed. A great opportunity to keep the momentum going, have the full strength side out, but no. Instead, we play players out of position, don't even play players, and we've got this striker sitting on the bench that must be looking at our team going, "What the fuck do I need
Fuck
to
it.
do
What?
to come onto this park?" And then he comes on with Van de Caro, but when he comes on, and he sets up Arnautovic's goal. The ball gets whipped in from Masuaku. He takes his chance. He hits it. The keeper parries it across, and Arnautovic jumps in and gets it. The thing is, he's a threat. He's a threat every single occasion he gets, and that's why I'm so intrigued to see what him and Hernandez and Arnautovic do. But we're not seeing it, and I just don't understand it. And I'm really worried. Come January, we're going to see him leave because he's got a World Cup to play in. It's not that he's
Mm.
not going to play. but he's going to play for Mexico, but he's going to want the game time before the World Cup comes. He's not going to sit on our bench when we're drawing 3 each and bloody getting beat 3 goals conceded by Newcastle, etc. Anyway, we move on into the game. Like we said, guys, this is a kind of a quick review, but we'll get on straight onto the rants. Nathan Ake's goal.
Just
scrappy goal.
Just scrappy, yeah. We just didn't deal with it. We just, as defending wise, we just didn't deal with it. It was another set piece, was it? Yeah. Another set piece. Yeah,
it was really messy. It was like the first goal. It was really messy. You could, in theory, say you could blame. For me personally, if you look at the replay of the goal, you could probably blame James Collins for the first goal that we conceded. For the second goal, I think the centre halves again were at fault. Just because, I mean, why are they not clearing it from that position? Why is Nathan Ake, is he not like a left back or left wing back? Like he's up. Do you know what I mean?
Who's that?
Ake.
I think he's centre half. It's centre half. Yeah, centre half.
In that position, like it's just scrappy goal. And I tell you what, right? A lot of people might slag off. Maybe I've had too much to drink, but if that was Harton goal, he'd have been fucking tore to shreds today because of that specific incident. Because I felt like Ake had a little bit of time on the ball before he even whacked it in.
I think I've got to see from like a TV perspective, because obviously I was there, but I've got to see from like try and watch the highlights and just not get all pissed off. But I have to see from a TV perspective like how the goal was transpired and all that.
Well, let's move on to the crazy. What's his name? Bobby Madley.
Oh, Bobby Madley, he had a fucking great game, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, mate. Apparently, he was in a
great game.
Apparently, he was in Bournemouth's youth setup. He's a season ticket holder at Bournemouth, and I think he's taken a few bungs today. Man, do you know what? The refereeing in the Premier League isn't great. The money, the pressure that's been put onto our Premier League has created this storm of problems with the refereeing. There's constant problems left, right, and centre. And because there's so much money involved, they're under so much more scrutiny. Now, I'm not trying to defend them, but they need to come up with problems, because decisions like today, Bournemouth should have had 9 men. Should have only played with 9 men for most of that game, because we've got 2 decisions. We have Karate Kid chop straight through Kawati's face.
Hey, I don't know how. I don't know how the refs just looked at it and thought, I know, I'm just going to give a yellow card just for that. But apparently, funny enough, someone tweeted me, a Bournemouth fan just tweeted me literally saying, "Oh, well paused, knob." So apparently I'm a knob for pausing something in my tweet about the Kayate getting fucking karate kicked in the face. So I'll be speaking to him after this review. I'll give him some choice words on that. So, but I don't know how the ref has looked at that and thought, I know, it's a yellow card. But I'm pretty sure that Marnie done near enough the exact same thing, got a red card against Edison.
Well, to be honest, if I'm being completely honest with you, this was 10 times worse in my opinion. Because when you look at the Manny incident, there's controversy to say whether his eye was on the ball or not. But the player today in question, when you watch the replay, have you seen the replay, Cess?
I've seen it over and over. That's it. I've seen it over. I don't know how it's not a red card.
He doesn't even try his best to bend his knee. There was opportunity to avert or even bring his foot lower, but he didn't, and he seemed to follow through. And I felt like that was 100% dangerous play. It happened right in front of the.
It's reckless. It's reckless as well.
And it's happened right in front of the 4th official. It's happened on the halfway line, right in front of the dugouts, and with probably the best view the referee is going to have. And he is karate chopped his head off, pretty much. You're lucky he never decapitated the guy.
Mate, he's took his head clean off. Like, I don't know. It's amazing. It's amazing how the ref just come to that decision.
Yeah, 100%.
This one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to think. I mean, you were at the game, Cess. I mean, tell me what they were saying.
Mate, people were fuming. people are I don't know how he's on the pitch. How they've come to the decision that it's a yellow card.
Yeah.
We were flabbergasted. We're just looking at each other. Just how?
I think it has left us flabbergasted. And then if we quickly move on to the off the ball incident, Josh King, elbowed Obiang. I mean, it's just like Bournemouth should have had 9 men. Listen, we're getting some live comments coming through. People are saying bad timing because match of the day's on. Well,
Well,
I don't want to watch it again, but
I'll watch it. Just say I'll watch it after.
yeah.
I'll be watching it after. I've got it recorded, so I'll watch it after this.
But listen, I mean, what are your thoughts on the refereeing situation just now? Because yeah, you can say some decisions go for you, some decisions go against you, and I think sometimes you can question whether or not penalties, free kicks, etc. But for some reason, there seems to be a lot of, like with the whole Lanzini, then there's no consistency.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. You just took the words right out of my mouth. There's no consistency. That's what it boils down to. Like you can't just one thing happen and then another thing happens and then you just turn the blind eye for that. It's just like
I think
where's the middle ground in this? I don't know.
Yeah, because if you look at Lanzini tackle or the dive, and then you look at all the tackles coming from Dele Alli, from Harry Kane. There's one earlier in this year from Sterling. I'm trying to think what else there is. To be honest, there's loads of them out there. To be honest, and then you look at the ones today, you think to yourself, something needs to change. And there's all this talk about video refereeing. What's your thoughts on that?
I think something. Well, where are they having video technology? Do they have it in Italy? Was it?
No, I think it's in the States. Is it not?
They have it in the States. I know that they have it. I think they have it in Serie A. They do. Yeah, they do. I think it's something that needs to be looked at and maybe experimented over the next couple of maybe I don't know 2-3 seasons maybe just to experiment it just to see how it goes. Because there needs to be something. There needs to be something that's got to change or something. Because it's just going to be. There's going to be more and more ridiculous decisions.
And do you know what? Like I'm a massive fan of. Like I'm maybe a little bit different. I like the old school traditional football. I like the big tackles, the tackles from years ago. Traditional football that used to come in where they used to win the ball. Obviously, sometimes they took the player with it. I'm not looking for players to get injured, etc. And I don't like the prima donnas that jump around the park when they get a roll around left, right, and centre. But then you've got something like what happened today, 2 massive incidents which could have easily changed the dynamics of the game in our favour for once, and none of them have gone against us. And it's really concerning. It's really concerning because there's been a lot of inconsistent ones, specifically more with West Ham recently. I mean, go for it. Rant, Cess. Rant like you were ranting before.
Oh, are we getting to the equaliser? Are we going to come to that?
Well, oh shit, we've got that to come.
Are we going to come to that? I think that's the main one where I've got a.
Yeah. Listen, it's Boxing Day. I am drinking, so why not? I'm just getting a little bit confused. But
be fair, I'll just look back on the piss as well. So.
I tell you what, let's go for it then. We were talking about what the score was, 2-1 to Bournemouth, and then big, massive 81st minute. The Bournemouth keeper
he slipped.
Bit of luck came our way, and Arnautovic was there pouncing on the ball to put the ball in the back of the net. I tell you what, Cess, the guy can hold his head high. Arnautovic can hold his head high.
I like him. Yeah, he's growing on me more and more and more. And literally, when he scored equaliser, I literally ran straight to the other end and just literally, like all the fans just literally just went mental.
That guy is just he looks like he genuinely really cares about West Ham. He genuinely looks like he does, and I mean I don't know. I know it's football at the end of the day, but he was there. And his pace is frightening. His pace is really fast.
There's something in him. I think there's something in him. There's something that's a drive in him. That's literally he's just turned into this.
I mean, what is that goals wise? Is that not like 5?
I think it's 5
and 4.
5 and 4, something like that.
Oh no, it's 5 and is it? No, or it's 6 and 5 or something like that now. Or I don't even know. Sorry, too much Baileys again. But, and then, the cross. Masuaku gets the ball down the wing, crosses the ball in. Chicharito hits the ball on target. Keeper parries it, and Arnautovic is there to tap the ball in, and we go 3-2 up on the 89th minute.
You should have saw the limbs. If you saw the limbs, it was unbelievable. Mate. I literally I just saw pretty much hundreds of West Ham fans just piled straight down. I've ran straight to the other end. Everyone's just literally lost it. Everyone lost their minds. It was incredible. It was incredible. It was that bad. Like I got headlocked by a copper. Literally, I jumped on. Someone jumped on me, and then like a copper just headlocked me because I near enough was on the pitch.
We've had someone comment saying that the video referee is in Italy and in Germany, and they don't understand why it's not in England.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, there was. Yeah.
It looks like it's probably going to come though, hopefully by next year. But then, unfortunately, you never know. We could be in the Championship. We may not get to see it for another couple of years. But
don't say that.
But listen, we have to be real. I know that a couple of things can change, but we're still what fourth from bottom. It's so tight either way. It's so tight either way. And these are the games we need to be picking up points. But anyway, we'll come into that in a minute. He gets the goal. We're 3-2 up, and then.
Yes. And then Bobby Madley strikes again.
Bobby Madley steps up, he assists the goal, and he scores the goal with his bloody referee's whistle.
Mate, he gave a late fucking present to Bournemouth, to put it that way.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's probably up there. That's two decisions in one goal. Your linesman has flagged, and Bobby Madley has actually shat his pants. Absolutely shot himself.
He bottled it. No, let's keep it real. He bottled it completely because he's not in the right position to even make that decision. So I don't know how he's from there. For I know. Okay, the liner's flagged already. He's made a decision. I know. Let's go and consult because all the Bournemouth players are kicking off.
Yeah.
So let me go and consult with the liner. I don't know how they've both come to the decision. And thought I know. What is that a goal? What's happened? Yeah, I don't know. And should we just give a goal? Yeah, we give a goal. Fuck it. And then that's exactly what happened.
Well, to be honest,
I don't understand it. I don't know how they've come to that decision. They've already made it. The liner's already made a decision. He's got the perfect view. That's he's firstly offside and he's handballed it as well.
That's the thing that gets me the most. He's the one that's flagged the incident. So therefore, the referee who's not seen the incident has come over and turned over the decision, which doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't. It baffles me.
It does baffle me, and then you start to think about, is there something in this? And then you start to look back at Bobby Madley's performances, especially when he managed or has refereed West Ham games, and he's not got the greatest of records against West Ham.
No, he has not. Yeah, but and you know what the worst thing about it is, the moment he went to the lino. I went to their steward. I went, he's gonna fucking give a goal, innit? He's gonna give it. I said it straight away. He's gonna give it. Even my teammate Bill said it. He's gonna give the goal. Yeah. We just looked at each other. All of a sudden, he blew his whistle, went boom, pointed straight to the halfway line. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
They took ages though to come up for the decision. What felt like ages, like they took a couple.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it did feel like ages. But why did they come to the decision? What they made them both come to that decision? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, it's not even funny, but you listen to Callum Wilson's post-match chat, and do you know what? Listen, I ain't taking it out on the guy. Bit of a dick for laughing about it, but that's just what happens in football. But he's pretty much admitted it, and it's so blatant. It's so fucking blatant. He was offside. He was offside easily by what? Not even inches. Like he was quite obviously offside. He was, from the linesman's view, which was a perfect view, all you could see was the colour of their strip and then the light blue behind it, so it was blatantly offside. And then his hand was sticking out.
Even if he was onside,
I think he looked over straight away to the linesman. And sometimes when you do that, you know there's potentially something wrong as a player. You think, oh shit, I was borderline offside, or I've borderline done something wrong. So he knew 100% he'd done something wrong. And then the referee, Bobby Madley, nipped over there and thought, do you know what? I've just got my new Bournemouth tattoo. I can't let the fans down at Christmas time. We need to give them a point. Let's just give Bournemouth a point. And that's exactly what's happened to us.
He shit himself. That's pretty much. He didn't have a clue. He did not have a fucking Scooby what decision he was making. He wasn't even in the right position to even. I don't know. I don't know. I'm flabbergasted. I genuinely don't understand how he's come to that decision.
We've had another comment in here, Revelator John. He says, don't you think that we were lucky to get the lead at 3-2?
Oh, yeah, we was.
Another poor performance all over, but central midfield defence and Zabaleta had a shocker, to be fair. Mate, I couldn't agree with you more.
I couldn't agree more. We said at the start, I thought we were poor. Yeah. I thought we were riding our luck. When Bournemouth were 2-1 up because it could have easily have been 3 or 4 if it wasn't Adrian.
Yeah.
So yeah, to answer that comment, yeah, I couldn't agree more. We were lucky to be 3-2 up, but you know, for what things that are happening, the way things are going, and we've got to take 3 points no matter what. So we got to take it. If the goal's given to us, fuck it, we'll take it because we need the 3 points.
Well, you got 6 minutes injury time. 6 minutes injury time that was forced upon us because their player karate chopped our guy. Then their guy tried to elbow his head off. So they forced the 6 minutes. Then obviously they paid him a little bit of a bung, and then he gave them the third goal. But anyway, West Ham's performance wasn't great. We weren't up to scratch. No. Let's quickly dissect the team. Let's not really talk about Adrian because I don't think we need to. But for me, Zabaleta,
he got rinsed. He got torn to shreds.
And it's not the first time.
Yeah.
He's consistently underperforming right now. And for me, we need to probably address that situation sooner rather than later because he is being attacked in every team that comes in there. Now, you are talking about a seasoned pro who is a fantastic individual player. Still is a fantastic player. Still could probably put on a show. But the thing is, he was backed really, really well when he was at Man City from the players that were behind him. But unfortunately, doesn't have that quality of players behind him, and he's getting caught out so many times. So many times is he running forward. And the thing is, he's making the mistakes, rookie mistakes that amateur footballers do. Like, or even when you were at school, when you were playing football, like you jumped in. He wasn't. Everyone goes on about jockeying. He's not even remotely jockeying. He's not jockeying at all. He is diving in the halfway line. And the biggest thing is he's leaving us with the biggest gap possible at the back, which then puts the pressure on the defenders at the back, puts pressure on Ogbonna, puts pressure on Collins, puts pressure on Creswell, who didn't have a great game again today.
No.
But then no wonder, because if you've got a player always out of position, then you've got to shuffle along and try and cover their position, and then straight away, if the other player doesn't track back, Bournemouth are on the attack, they're on the counter attack, and they're in a situation where they've got 5v3 or 4v3. And we're caught out, and we're caught out, and we're caught out, and that's what's happening week in, week out. For me,
that's insane.
I know right now we may not have anyone until Byram's fit, but I'm really interested and intrigued to see Byram come back into the team, especially under the kind of current playing format we've got. That's just my opinion, but I think it's time we breed in some youth into that right side because I think that's what we need. 100%.
It's not just in defence; it's the midfield as well. Yeah. I think it's the midfield, it's the centre mids that is a key issue as well that needs to be massively addressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we definitely need like some creativity in there. We need someone that can command the midfield, that can literally break down play and literally just show some sort of.
Before we jump up there, let's finish off. Like so, you said, Ginge had a good game, decent game.
Yeah.
I'm slightly worried at the fact he started over Winston Reid because I just don't think he's got the legs anymore. But do you know what? He's done it. He's done a decent job today. He was at fault for one of the goals, in my opinion. But I can't help but just say that Ogbonna's suspect again. I think he raised his profile and raised his game 3 or 4 times under Moyes. Yeah. But apart from that, I think he's suspect, and I think he's getting caught out again, left, right, and centre.
Yeah. I thought the defence were all over the place. Yeah, they were.
If you looked at one of the goals, you've seen him and Creswell screaming at each other for what they conceded. And then it looked like Ogbonna just gave up because he was awful, mate, and it was Ogbonna's fault, in my opinion, for some of the goals. So, Creswell never had a great game, but let's move into the midfield, as you said. Noble's still not back. My word, do we miss this guy?
Yeah, because I just feel that Obiang and Kouyate's departure, it just doesn't fucking work. Yeah. Let's just keep it real. It just doesn't work. Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. It just seems to me like Kouyaté is like a headless chicken, and
he's just. He really is.
It just seems like a headless chicken. It does at times, and I don't know what's. I don't understand with like Obiang as well. Like I just, it seems to me like he's just can't fucking pass 3 yards.
I think there's some big issue within that area of our team, which I think every West Ham fan knows, and the biggest issue is Obiang, Kouyaté, they can't play together.
No, they can't because they leave so much gap. Like they leave.
And I think Obiang's head drops because I just don't understand the Kouyaté situation, because there was at one point today Bournemouth were playing the ball and Kouyaté was like the camera was moving with him and he was just running, chasing the ball watching. That's what he was doing. That's the best way to describe Kouyaté. He's ball watching and he's getting drawn out of position again. And this is not the player that we bought. This is not the player we've seen at the Bull Inn. This is not the player we've seen bits and bobs of last year. This player is just completely role reversed and gone down in my estimations. And I still don't want to see him sold. But if it's the difference of us signing another player because our board are tight and we won't spend any money, then possibly.
Yeah.
But we miss Mark Noble, and something I never thought I would say 5, 6, 7 weeks ago was that, because I always think there's a place for Mark Noble in our team. But
who would have thought that? Yeah. Who would have thought that from the start of the season? Because I think many people are freaking gunning for Noble's heads. Right. At some points I was as well. I have to admit, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was as well. I was using the mythical line of his legs are gone. But all of a sudden, he seems to be. Seems to have I don't know. He seems to have like robo legs or something, because he's just literally running everywhere all of a sudden.
We're really inconsistent with team selection. We're really inconsistent with formation. We're really inconsistent throughout the whole park. We're inconsistent with playing strikers up top. We're inconsistent with our defence selection. We're inconsistent with our midfield selection. So there's not really a team ethic, a work ethic in the team. They're not familiarising themselves with each other, because there's a guarantee each week they have no idea who they're going to play with. So they're not managing to build any form of partnership. Seth, you know that yourself from playing football. I know that's myself from playing football. Any team knows that themselves from playing football. And what I'm slightly worried about under David Moyes is it's kind of reverting back to a little bit of what Bilic was doing, which is, like, people can turn around and say, how can he play Kouati when he's not performing well? So why be so vocal about you're not going to play players if they're not playing that well, and then keep playing them when they're not playing that well? Like,
yeah, but it's true. He did say that, but then it's like, who else do you play? It's just because we don't have the squad depth. So who else do you put in that position?
Yeah, I know.
If Noble gets injured,
Rice.
Yeah, Rice.
Yeah.
To be fair, he could fill that role.
And then he came on, which I thought. I mean, I don't really know about the subs, to be honest, because the whole situation confused me. Team selection was the thing that confused me the most.
I was baffled with it.
3 strikers on the bench. Yeah, and then up front, Arnautovic, can't fault the guy. Ayew, can't really fault his work ethic. I've always been a big fan of Ayew. I feel sorry for the guy, if I'm being completely honest. There was a point at this season when we beat Swansea 1-0 that if you went onto social media, people left, right and centre were ripping Ayew a new hole, and he then came back and fought, and then all the fans were like, oh, he's amazing, he's amazing, he's amazing. This guy's a good player, but it just doesn't fit into our formation and our tactics. But to be honest, what is our formation and what is our tactics, Sis?
No one knows at the moment.
At the moment, though, it's the whole bloody season with the Boxing Day, 26th of December 2017, and this whole season we have not had a Scooby-Doo under Bilic, under Moyes. God, we can go from how inconsistent are, like, we have come from decent victory against Chelsea, great victory against Stoke, great point against Arsenal, got beat by Man City but had our heads held up high, to be destroyed by Newcastle and played off the park. There's no ifs or buts about it. We were played off the park today against Bournemouth.
Agreed. It's down to that cup game. I'm sorry, it is. It has down to that cup game. That has derailed us completely. That cup game. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden it just after we lost that, it just momentum just went done. Completely fucking just gone.
Do you know what? Like, I can't believe, even when I think back to the Newcastle preview we done, and I was like, yeah, 4-0 West Ham.
Oh yeah, we're gonna win 4-0. Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
Man.
How fucking drunk were we, man? Jesus.
And then we've got. I mean, is there anything else really to say about the game today?
No, that Bobby Maddy's a prick.
Terrible. Terrible decisions. We've had some more comments saying there. Isn't it time that refs need to come out and explain their decisions? Red is totally wrong to overrule the lino. The ref is totally wrong to overrule the lino. But yeah, I think there is maybe something to be said in the ref coming out at the end of a game and explaining his opinion, because if he has to generate a report at the end of a game, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, but
and that's the biggest thing. Like, why do we not get to see that? Like, if they're talking about bringing video refs in, Hawkeye, all that stuff in, why are we not getting to see what the report says?
I don't know, but there needs to be something. That we need to know why refs have come to the certain decisions and why they've made that decision.
Yeah.
That we need to know as it's just not just as fans, but even like other like teams, everything. The managers, they all need to know like why the refs have come to these decisions, because it just doesn't add up. Like, decisions like this, it can completely.
Yeah, and I mean, this is not even against the top four side. This is against Bournemouth.
No.
But the decisions today were awful. There was what 3 or 4 crazy decisions. But yeah, at the end of the day, West Ham didn't play well, and that's my big.
Yeah, they did it.
That's another concern for me is the fact we're shipping. That's a ship 6 goals in 2 games again.
Yeah, I know that is it is kind of a worry. That is.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've got West Brom next, so I don't know.
Positives to take, Cess. Arnautovic, the man's on fire. Got a brace.
And Arnautovic, yeah, that's my positive. Yeah. And that Bournemouth actually was it was actually a decent like away day, but that's my only positives. The downside is pissing down the rain, so I was literally front row getting soaked. Yeah. And Bobby Madley. Yeah.
Chicharito, West Brom coming up. Chicharito needs to start. It's a no-brainer. This guy.
Well, see, we say it's a no-brainer, but I said it was a no-brainer. He should start against Bournemouth. I said that last week. Yeah. I said he should start. I said he should have started against Newcastle, but he didn't. Yeah. So we say it's a no-brainer, but.
Cess, before we round this up, have you got anything else to say?
I just generally don't know. I don't know what else to say really. I just hope that we really pull our fingers out against West Brom, because I could just see this being an absolute boring game, and actually seeing it be a really shitty game. Yeah. But I'll take whatever. If it's gonna be a shitty game, I'll take it. I'll take a 1-0 shit game. 100%. Screw it, because we need it. We need points. I don't care how we get them. We just need them. I want to get away from that relegation zone.
Well, listen,
far away.
For any of you fans that don't know, we're sitting 4th from bottom on 18 points, a point in front of Bournemouth, 3 in front of West Brom, and 5 in front of Swansea. Now we are 3 points from 13th place, and we are 5 points from the bottom. So it is that tight down below, but we've got West Brom coming up. We'll do a preview for that. Yeah, it's a tough one today. It's a tough pill to swallow. We didn't play well, but we had a chance to walk away with 3 points. We walked away with a point, and we've left like it was a defeat.
Well, the point was a fair result, to be honest. That's how I feel. Due to how we played, the point's a fair result. Yeah, if we would have come out 3-2 winners, we proper shithouse that win. We would have shithoused that completely, because Bournemouth were all low.
But then you would know there's something there. Like we've been beat. With 3 points have been taken off us because of silly, awful, not just silly, not mistakable, like awful decisions by the referee. But listen, we could go on about that all day long. Some questions coming through regarding transfers, but we're going to do a kind of transfer show. One of the guys is coming on, and we're going to have all of our guys involved, and it's probably going to be a reasonably long show, but we're probably going to do that early in the transfer window. We're going to kind of dissect the whole squad and ask everyone's opinion on who wants to go or who's going to come in, etc. So you'll probably see Seth during that session. You'll see myself. You'll see some of the other guys. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, etc. Yeah, it's been live. We've been drunk and we've been and we've been heavily pissed off. So
sorry.
All I can say is we are West Ham. We will not stop supporting West Ham. So come on, you Irons.
Yeah, come on, you Irons. Peace out.